Keep your feet down. Keep
Yeah.
your paws down.
Dogs would like waffle.
Yeah.
And maybe lychee nut, because Annaford actually ate some of that the other day. She was telling me, I want lychee nut.
Lychee nut, and you didn't believe her.
Or
She
lychee,
had to
I don't know how you pronounce it.
demonstrate her
But
love for it.
oftentimes they're not making it up when they say they'd like it. They would like it.
Yeah,
That's enough, Elvis. You're not getting this. You can't act like that. So yesterday we gave them waffles. With
lots of them.
Yeah, they each got a waffle as well.
Yeah.
While we were eating ours, and so now they're like, oh, we're gonna get waffles again today. But they're not getting waffles. I didn't feel like making that much, so
well,
today I didn't.
Now I am going to give Opie a little bit because we didn't want him out here, and he's the only one. The door, Brittany got left open. He's the only one who stayed inside. And even when I said come on outside, and didn't want to, I said let's get a waffle, and then he came out.
Yeah, he likes waffles.
But they all do.
Anyway, you didn't bring your books to review today.
I didn't feel like it, and I thought it might be a little bit damp out here. And I like those books pretty well.
It's been raining off and on this morning.
Yeah, a little bit,
and
just enough.
For some reason, it's fairly dry over here, so I thought.
Yeah, it's not a problem. We're under the lilacs and stuff like that, and I don't think there's much coming down at all anyway. So
no,
it's just enough to keep the vegetation from burning up. Hopefully, it's enough to keep animals going out in the wild. Been brutal.
Today's waffles are oatmeal waffles.
There we go. We were talking about making some.
Because I ran out of buckwheat.
The buckwheat stuff tastes maybe a little bit better, but they both.
Oh, I like it way more.
I like them both the same. Buckwheat maybe a little bit better. I think that's the same crow. Sometimes he scolds us, sometimes he laughs at us. Sometimes he makes friendly noises.
That's funny.
It's got to be not a regular worker, but someone delivering stuff.
But yeah,
they're
James
keeping it on
raspberries I heated up in the cast iron pan, and he's putting honey with. But I find that the waffles are sweet enough without the honey. I don't need it.
I put a little bit in. Not as much as I would otherwise. I probably shouldn't put any on. I'm hoping that honey kind of, there are medicinal things in it to counteract the bad effects of the sugar.
And well, my berries, I just heat, they're on the bottom because I put them on the plate and just left them in the oven near the pilot light to thaw out.
Wow. Okay, old buddy, you were a very good boy.
When is the Calgary Stampede going to be? I don't.
Well, like I phoned up the pharmacy for my Revlimid consultation. What do they call it? Consultation, is it like a counseling maybe? And Revlimid's not fun. In case you guys are saying, wow, it's related to thalidomide. So anyone who thinks, hey, I'm going to get on that stuff, you're not supposed to. You can father thalidomide babies if you monkey around with that. Crow is not impressed with that.
Okay, what does it
anyway,
have to
it's
do
up
with
in Calgary, and so I answered the phone, howdy, because they didn't answer it right away. So I said, for the first time, I said, call me back, because I knew I'd be there for a while. So they did. I figured it'd be them and not some flunky from China telling me that CSIS was looking for me because my credit card, which I don't have. I don't have any credit card. is $10 over the limit. No, you've got those things. No, you haven't. Anyway, I've got them all the time. Thank you, People's Republic of China. Anyway.
Okay, so when's the stampede?
Well, I said have a happy stampede, but please don't go. I said, when is it? I think she said today. Starting today. It's Friday today? No, Thursday. She said tomorrow, but that was yesterday.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't go, folks out there.
Yeah, it's a great way to make a whole bunch of new variants.
Yeah, exactly. Now they've got a new variant ping-ponging around the world called Peru. Or from Peru. I don't know what it's called. They won't call it Peru. Here's the formula. What it should be is whatever leader has let it go crazy.
Name it after them. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Any leader of our country that hasn't done due diligence, in other words, stopped it from coming in the borders, and allowed a variant to develop. There should be 2 Trump variants, right? But I think there was one from California, one from
was there?
Something like that. Maudie, there should be one named after Maudie from the Indian one. Is it an Indian one? That's the Delta one.
Well, they're calling it Delta, but let's call it the Maudie one. The Maudie variant.
And then there's the Bolsonaro variant from Brazil.
And it'll be a great way for people to learn
the names of those.
The names of leaders from other places.
Yeah, particularly the skunks. Yeah, the one from England, the Boris Johnson one. They're all skunks. All of them.
That's such a great idea. I hope that catches on.
Yeah, please.
The Maudie variant.
Spread the news. Yeah.
Go pick it up at the Calgary Stampede and make your own. And then you can name the variant after you.
Jason, yeah, exactly.
Jason Kenney.
Jason Kenney variant. The Justin Trudeau variant. We'd have to call it Justin Trudeau because I think his dad would have been smarter. Well, he was smarter, but smarter, but much smarter. Justin Trudeau's just a drooling idiot. No. Don't get the impression that I'm telling you about Aaron O'Toole in the next election. Yeah. They should call him Aaron the Tool.
I'm sure people do.
Oh, of course. And I don't know who's going to be leading the Greens. But if they turf that poor Jewish black leader they've got, because they're that anti-Semitic, I don't recommend voting for them.
But if they don't turf her, totally vote for them.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
But be ready the next election to not be loyal to them.
Yeah. Because they've had a history of having bad foreign policy.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah. But I agree with the Greens on a lot of other things.
Oh, tons of it.
Yeah.
The big trouble is, I think, a vast majority of you said, okay, you guys, population, the big problem for environment. No.
Don't want to say that.
No, don't even want to think it. You know it's true.
Wow, these lychees are good. These are the best ones we've ever had. So for 2000, I was trying to think, what can we have? Because, I mean, we're depressed. And I'm sure everyone is right now. Unless they're really oblivious. And they're actually believing the latest political lines of, made it past COVID. We're out of it.
Summer of hope.
What?
It's really the
But-
summer of hopelessness
Mhm.
from our hotel, but we'll see. They might luck out, and we might not get a variant that works its way around all the vaccines that we've got. We
So
might
do
be
she.
lucky.
So I was, when I'd see people that I'd, run into on a regular basis, acquaintances or whatever, like maybe grocery store people or whatever, people that were a part of my outer life somehow, even though I don't really know them. But when I'd see them, while I was out wearing a mask and stuff, then this year I'd be saying, well, it's good to see you, COVID didn't kill you, or whatever. Anyway, then I realized, that's really not a very positive thing to say, because then it does bring up the death and everything. So I
It
thought,
hasn't been brought up enough,
well, that's
like
true.
on the news.
But then I thought, well, if I'm going to say, I should try to come up with, because I've been depressed, and so, like,
Depressed is a bit strong, possibly.
bit strong. But when it's summer
Been
and I'm
down.
feeling down,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not good, because I'm down in the winter. So I can't imagine what this winter will be like if I'm already not feeling really optimistic about things. So anyway, but what I'm saying is it wasn't having that attitude of, oh, I'm glad you're not dead, when I talk to people, or even on the phone or whatever. It doesn't help me it doesn't make me feel better, because it's still on my mind that, it's like me listening to the CBC radio brings me down, but in a different way,
It brings me down in any variety of ways. They've got a way to push any
So I can't
sensible and
listen to it
sensitive
anymore.
person's
I
buttons.
told James, I can't do it. So my house is a no CBC, like a CBC free zone. But anyway, I thought, I should come up with 21 things for 2021 that I'm totally positive, and things that I'm really thankful for. And it can't be things like, I'm glad I'm not dead, because then that's, that makes me think of the dead thing, right? So I have to, and lychee nuts.
Lychee nuts.
Yes.
The best I've ever had.
That's one. Best I've ever had. 2021. Best lychee nuts ever. They're so juicy. I open them. They are like, sometimes they squirt in my face. They're so juicy, and the rest of the time they just drip all over me, so I'm really sticky, which is, that's not great, but to be sticky, but it tastes lovely. They taste like,
Do you want apple?
like perfume or
Come
something.
over
Like,
here
I
so I
can't
can lift
describe
you.
what they taste like. They're
I'll
the
lift
best
you.
I've ever had, and James says the same thing. So
Lift
number one of or whatever,
That's good.
one of I don't know if I'm ranking the things of 21 things that I'm happy with this year. And I am going to say that another one of the things, and it might bring me down a little bit, but one of the things that I'm really grateful for this year is going to be learning about how smart flycatchers are. Those birds are amazingly smart. I had never they hadn't made my radar somehow. For me, when I think of birds that are angels, I've always thought of the little songbirds, and they're great. They seem to be drawn to me. They're always hanging around, and I don't know, they brighten my day listening to the music of songbirds, so I'm grateful for them. So I could definitely put songbirds with the seed bills or whatever on my list of things but that would be on my list of every year. So I don't know if I should put that on my 2021 list. But my 2021 list is finally learning at my old age that flycatchers are amazing. They might even be my favorite of the birds, but I don't know yet because I haven't bothered to get to know them until just this year I've started. I didn't even notice them. But because they don't have a nice song, they just kind of
Yep.
or whatever. They're not,
And they're so, really hard to spot.
They are, because they shoot out like a rocket.
And they're spotted.
You can't see them.
They're kind of spotted. They're really,
Well, it depends on the one, but I mean, they're not noticeable. And
I'd never noticed them around.
You'd have to have like a really quick brain to see those things because they
fast.
fly fast. And raising a little baby for as long as I did, I was shocked every day by how much he was learning. He was so smart, and he was just a little baby. He still had clown lips. And I thought, God, how smart must your parents be? Like they were having a hard time, I think, because we had this crazy heat wave that was weather that should be the end of July, and it was in.
Even then, it was.
It was so hot,
and
they're trying to raise these babies, and they're like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, and well, they didn't. I think that the reason that the babies were coming out of the nest is they were like, we're thirsty, we need some food. Like you're not keeping up with us. And so then they end up down, and it's like, but what do? You're a parent, Like at first I was thinking, gosh, what kind of a mother? And then I thought, oh, heat wave, And what can nature do? They have these babies. All of a sudden, this shows up, and they're like, I can't keep up with this. And I was thinking with the little baby, gosh, he has so many feathers, still clown lips. Because I'm a bird person, more seabirds, songbirds. But I know birds, like I used to have birds in the house and they just fly around, and people would think, whoa, there must be bird poop everywhere. No, they had certain spots, like where they'd land, that's where they'd poop, or where they'd so that's where you put their paper down or whatever. It's just as easy as cleaning a cage. You just have to be careful when you open the door, and you got to make sure that you don't have anybody in your house or let anybody come visit who's a moron and hold your door open so your birds fly out. So honestly, it's great for a recluse to have birds just flying around their house.
I think the thing to do would be have double doors everywhere, like porches.
Yeah.
So you always make sure that the one door is
and never
closed.
have anyone
come
over because other people are morons. They don't care about your birds. They don't care about you. They come to your house and they're like, oh, here, make me some food. Here, why don't you bring me some coffee? So no, just don't let them in anymore. And then, eventually you'll wean them from visiting you by only visiting on the deck.
Yeah, we've got a couple
and then they're like, oh, well, you should let me in the house.
Aggressive propaganda.
So anyway,
artsy types.
So what was I talking about before that? Oh, flycatcher. Wonderful. So smart. And then, I was thinking about it, just getting to know the little baby and stuff, and not even having noticed really his mother, although once she was showing where she was, but she was so fast, it was hard to even focus in with the camera so that I could try to identify her.
She seemed to have a sense when you looked at her.
She'd go.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you were looking her way, and boom, she was gone, and like a rocket, just.
Yep.
And anyway, so it was hard to spot her when she was distracted by baby enough that I could actually focus on her.
Yeah.
But I got thinking, well, of course they're smart. It's one thing to be a seed-bill bird who's, you're eating seeds in the fall and winter, and in the summer months you're eating some aphids off the back of leaves, or some whitefly sleeping on the underside of leaves or whatever. That's they're awesome garden friends for that.
Well,
they
they're
will.
not just
They
friends.
eat so much.
They're
of
smart too.
Yeah, they are.
Every bird, I think, is smart.
Yeah, birds are.
The
well, I don't
ground
know
ones,
about
I'm not
everyone.
so sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure
No.
about the ground birds.
But
Male ostrich seem really stupid.
Mhm.
But anyway, it makes sense to me that flycatchers would have to be really, they'd have to think so fast. Their brains would have to work so fast to catch a fly. That's amazing.
in
Like I
flight,
had a
fly
hard
in
time.
flight.
Like I had these guys to help me lure flies, but it was
Incidentally-
hard for me to keep up catching so many flies for the little guy.
Yeah, speaking
So-
of flies,
Huh.
oh sorry, keep
No,
going. I
you
thought
go.
you reached.
That's fine.
If you've got flies getting in your place and they're landing on you like shithouse flies, excuse the expression, get a chihuahua. The
They're
flies
amazing.
survive the chihuahuas. The chihuahuas will catch the flies when
Yeah.
they're in there. The ones that survive won't land on you. They're
No.
the ones that stay up high
They
in the room.
they learn that
Or
they should not
just
come
die.
anywhere near,
Yeah.
or else they get caught by chihuahuas. So,
just I think one would do. Opie
Yeah,
is
one
particularly has a particular animus towards flies. He can't stand. Sometimes he's practically growling when he sees one. Dogs hate flies. Remember our basset hounds?
yeah, but he
Yeah.
couldn't do anything.
They couldn't do
No.
anything. And they, like kind of the slobber. The flies are like that. They hang around their bums. And Copper in particular, the 65-pound one, couldn't stand them. Absolutely
Yeah.
couldn't stand them. But he couldn't do anything about it. But Opie in particular, but
Oh,
all of
there's
them.
another waffle. I should have told you.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Well, I'll eat it now.
Well,
So I'll grab it. You stay there. and
There's
talk.
no fruit.
It doesn't
left
matter.
here
I'll just
for-
put some honey in.
Well,
Yeah, I wondered
get
why there
some.
was so much fruit on it.
yeah, that's why. Because I
Yeah.
made I put enough fruit there for you to have two.
There we go. See? Yeah. I got a lot of sweet today because I got the fruit and I got the honey and I got. Look at this dog being so sweet here.
He really wants
He's-
that waffle. He's shaking
he's
with
trembling
excitement.
with excitement. Yeah, and that's right. He's just
Yeah.
happy to be
You
up here.
like waffle?
He likes
Yeah,
waffle.
I know.
Do you want more waffle?
Should I make waffle every day for Opie?
Yeah.
He's too busy
It's a
looking
little
at
hot.
waffle. Oh,
Yeah.
look at Elvis
Hi,
begging.
Elvis.
Did you see
He's
that?
begging so
I don't know if
nicely.
you can see it from that side.
He
Oh, hi,
prays.
Elvis. Oh, he's so cute.
It's very nice begging. He prays.
Yeah, he does this.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, did you see him a little bit? There, he did it a little bit for us.
Can you do it for the camera here, buddy? Can you pray? Well, kind
Yeah,
of.
I don't know if you can see
rampant.
it from there, but it's really cute.
Okay, let's see if this
He
is
looks
cooled
very
down now.
handsome.
For it's a little bit hot there for
Is
him.
it still hot?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
had
want
it
him
in
to
the
burn.
iron, but so I've been cooking outdoors,
Yeah.
which is really great in the summer. I wish I had thought of this 20 years ago, so I'm giving you this tip now. I mean, there's things like I don't like cooking with Teflon. I don't think it's healthy. It's certainly not healthy for the environment for them to be making it. And then it breaks down eventually. So what do you do with it, right? But this waffle
But you
iron
didn't
was given
buy
to
it.
me by.
You didn't buy it. That's
No.
the important thing. It was already out there.
It was already out there.
already out there.
And apparently, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that unless the Teflon is broken or whatever, it's still safe to eat. I don't know if that's true.
It could be coming from the companies.
Yeah. But since I don't want to be heating up the house, I'm making waffles. And I would rather have one of those old kind of waffle irons that's an iron.
Yeah.
But I don't have one. So if you would like to donate a waffle iron to me, no,
You're just joking.
I'm just joking. Nobody has to donate anything to me. I have everything I need.
Yeah, so we'll be telling stuff that's self-help or whatever, but we're not like
We're not
people
trying
that
to
are
sell
just like
anything.
like
We're not trying to make
we're
any
not
money
selling
off
a
of anything.
religion
We don't
or
know.
whatever. I mean, you can join our
Join the
multi-cult,
Yep.
but that involves no fees and no meetings and no nothing. Like all you got to do is come up with your own beliefs. Please, basically, it's don't join any other cult. In other words,
Yes.
freedom from religion. You know, free yourself from religion, free everyone else
From your religion.
from the religion
Yeah.
that you've been practicing. Please. That's the best thing you could do. I want a multiculturalism that is where there's, well, it's almost 8 billion people now. There's 8 billion cultures,
Yes.
8 billion belief systems. Don't gang up on other people by joining some. I'm just going to call belief systems generally cults. The way they are. You join a cult. I don't care if it's the commies or if it's the Catholics or something else. The various Protestant cults and
He's
stuff
being
like
really
that.
good because he, like, when Paris wants something and she's
Oh,
on your lap, she tries to be.
She'd have her
getting
nose
it. Yeah.
dangling over there.
But he's just waiting
He's
patiently.
been very good this morning.
Yeah.
He wanted to come outside, but he stayed inside. I told him, "Come on outside," and he didn't go. I said, "I'll give you some waffle," and then he did go. Now, do you want down, Opie? He wants down.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Were you getting uncomfortable there, buddy? Okay, Elvis. Oh, did I invite you up, buddy?
You kind of did.
I did.
You said okay.
Well,
And
yeah,
he
he
said,
misinterpreted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of did. Hi, you want to sit with me? I don't really want to sit with a dog.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, come on up. He
Okay,
looked
easy,
sad.
Opie.
He was
Sit-
like, "Oh, you don't."
There we go. Elvis. Don't get jealous, buddy.
Yeah.
Poor Elvis. He got buddy when Opie was sitting. He got jealous when Opie was sitting in my lap. Now he's jealous.
Now he's
because-
jealous, and yeah, he's
No.
just coming right over here. He's like, "Oh well, okay, there we go."
Now, do you want more waffle, Opie? Just a wee little bit of waffle. Yeah, Elvis, buddy. Don't horn in on his action.
Were you gonna take Opie's waffle?
Bless. Okay, Elvis, I give you a little bit of waffle because you are being cute. If a little bit, yeah,
They're shedding
Little
like
bit of
crazy.
yeah. Give
Losing
me-
their-
Hey, Alfred,
Winter.
are you being a good dog? No, stay down.
Oh my
please.
gosh, that's
There's
too
in you
much
to go
kissing.
around.
Too much. Don't kiss.
Hey,
Don't
Elvis,
kiss.
calm
That's too
down.
much.
We'll start
Too
growing
excited.
on camera. It'll be kind of embarrassing. Easy now. You're going nuts, so I won't impress people out there. And
Oh, I think he was
In-
thanking me for the waffle.
well, they're thinking, well, you did
He
make
knows
it.
that
so-
I make it.
Yeah. Pauline makes waffles, right? Opie says yeah. Does Pauline make waffles, Elvis? He's not. He's just focusing on the waffles. They sometimes will say yes by looking at you significantly in the eye. Sometimes they'll just ignore you.
They do the
It's-
foot thing when they're really excited. They're
Yeah,
like,
if you
giddy
say,
up.
do you want to do this, or if they're standing or sitting up on their hunches or something like that, sometimes they'll go, I can go for that. You know, it'll be do like that. Sometimes if it's food, they'll lick their lips. That's fairly obvious. But sometimes they'll lick their lips. They'll use it figuratively to say yes. You know, like that sounds like a tasty proposition. You know, you want to go for a hike. You know, sometimes they'll do that. Pauline trained our little smart
Looks like
basset
you need a
hound.
new wristband for that watch.
It's a beaten up old thing. Yeah, it's breaking apart. Anyway, you got a second, maybe third hand. I don't know how to adjust this sort of thing. It doesn't seem to work, but it does keep time. It's not. I can't set it to the proper time, so I just got to say I've got to take 4 minutes, 4 hours and 42 minutes off. But it's registering there, and I've got the correct time for here and.
Yeah, I guess if you have it working for you that way, and you can